leadership on this legislation. And COBRA would also like to thank the many congressional co-sponsors of the Black Caucus, the Asian Caucus, the Hispanic Caucus, and the Progressive Caucus. I am honored for this opportunity to testify before the members of the House Judiciary Committee on the subject of H.R. 40, Exploring the Path to Reparative Justice in America. The National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations in America, and COBRA, is in our 34th year of fighting for reparations for crimes committed against humanity, committed against Africans and their descendants in the United States. And COBRA wants this committee to know that the H.R. 40 Commission is long overdue. During the 32 years in which this bill has languished in Congress, many years have been wasted, many lives lost, and untold sorrows of African descendants have continued and abounded. Even the financial loss to this nation in delaying redress since H.R. 40's first introduction is calculated to be near $25 trillion, about 2 or 3 times the cost of any minimally viable reparations plan. This means America would have gotten a 100 to 200% return on a reparations program if it had taken steps to do so. America would in fact be greater today if it had acted correctly at any time in its past. Even still, the opportunity for true greatness can begin with the rightful action of this 117th Congress. H.R. 40 purports to establish a commission to do a comprehensive investigation into the wide scope of harms committed and the range of injuries still being suffered by 48 million Black people in America. The highest standard of reparations is needed to adequately address over 400 years of atrocities and compounded and concretized injuries that this community endures. No quick fix, no singular action, or tweak here or there in existing policy would do. America must engage in full reparations. Full reparations is the international standard for reparations, and COBRA declares there's no rational reason why the highest standard of redress should not be applied to a people harmed by its own government in so many ways and for so many years. Full reparations has 5 encompassing areas of repair. 1, cessation assurances and guarantees of non-repetition. America must cease all continuing wrongful and injurious acts and put in place structures to ensure that they do not resurface in another name as slavery did during the Jim Crow apartheid period. The second area of repair is restitution. The goal here is restoration. Where will we be as a people if not for 246 years of stolen labor and accompanying horrors, if not for the multiple periods of multi-billion-dollar plunder post-enslavement? We must be made whole. 3, compensation. Compensation is obligatory if the damage is not made good by restitution, and it must be, quote, appropriate and proportional, unquote, to the gravity of the violations. 4, satisfaction. Here, proposals must be offered that focus on the return of our dignity. In addition, full admission of fault, full acceptance of responsibility, and the willingness to do whatever it takes to repair the wrongs is a foundation of which satisfaction rests. 5, the final component of full reparations is rehabilitation. Initiatives must be developed that address the negative, transgenerational, spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical effects of the historical traumas of enslavement, Jim Crow apartheid, and the ongoing racial violence and police terror. I will conclude with a brief comparison. During the Civil War, 200,000 men, 40,000 women, and 20,000 children of African descent aided the Union Army in saving this country from white nationalist hatred and destruction. Afterwards, a very grateful president and Congress quickly acted to reward their service with previously denied acts of justice, issuing Special Field Order Number 15, granting 40 acres and a mule, and passing strong civil rights legislation and 3 constitutional amendments. Fast forward to November of last year. As the acts of January 6 proved, Blacks without overwhelming vote for the Democratic Party again helped save America from white nationalist hatred and destruction. It is now time for this 117th Congress to be as justice-rendering as the Reconstruction Congresses. Passing H.R. 40 on the way to full reparations is how. A Luda Continuo, Pomoja, and Billy Shaka, Asante Sana, the struggle continues. Together we will be victorious. Many thanks to this committee.